Throughout our 4-year history, God has taught us something important. He doesn't grow His church by accident. Every step that we have taken forward has required faith, obedience, and trust in His timing. That's what we mean when we say faith forward. Faith forward means trusting God with what's next, not just being thankful for what's behind us. It means moving forward in obedience, planning for the next generation, and believing that God is not finished with this church. In reality, He's just getting started. When we talk about faith forward, this isn't about urgency or pressure. This is about recognizing what God has already done. From the very beginning, when Jenny and I first felt the Lord stirring in our hearts, to our first service at the Hilton Garden Inn, to the people God clearly called to help us establish this work, to God opening the door to meet in the synagogue, we have watched the Lord open door after door at exactly the right time. And tonight, we're standing in another one of those moments. God has provided a building, not as the end goal of our young church, but as a tool. You see, the space God provides can either limit ministry or launch it. And our new building will give us room to reach people better. Wide aisles, a welcoming lobby where people can actually connect before and after services without running into one another. Clean, spacious nurseries where young families can actually feel good about dropping off their kids, room for kids to learn, our teens to grow, and our adults to connect. This building is not about having something impressive. It's about removing obstacles so people can find the light, follow the light, and shine the light. The church has never been bricks and mortar. The church is people.
Shorelight Baptist Church is an answer to prayer. I know that when we were living in Birmingham, we asked God for a miracle and looking for a church after searching for a place for us to fit. We moved down to this area, and I feel like we went through the same kind of thing. God, you have to answer this prayer for find us a home, a place where we can worship, and Shorelight Baptist Church was the answer to that prayer.
Our life would be affected in a major way if Shorelight didn't exist, because we're actually only in Alabama because of Shorelight. We packed up everything, we moved from everything we knew to come out here. So I can't even really imagine our life without Shorelight, but it's been such a huge blessing, and I could have never even imagined how well it's gone since we've been here and what God's been doing since we've been out here. So to leave everything was hard, but to see what God had in plan and what God still has in plan for us has just been amazing.
Truth and love are the magnets that drew our family to Shorelight Baptist Church.
One of the things that has meant to me is community and family.
It's been a place of spiritual stability. It's been a place we feel safe with the doctrinally sound teaching and preaching. It's also meant a lot to our family, and we've made a lot of great relationships here and friendships.
Yeah, I'm very thankful that we have a place to worship with other like-minded individuals, and yeah, the safety for our children. Our
most memorable time, there's so many. If I had to pick one, I'd say it would be the first meeting we had at the Hilton Hotel. Get emotional because we were looking for a church for a long time, just trying to figure out how to fit in somewhere and had that family feeling, and we were just struggling, praying with God, asking Him what can we do. We're traveling across the bridge to Mobile, down to Theodore, and enjoying church over there, but it was so good to walk into that first service and see God opening the door and all the prayer that had come to fruition, and all the meetings and the planning and all the effort just all in one place took place, and here we were, and it started, and it's like, okay, we're a part of something, and it was just a great feeling.
The most memorable time for Shorelight for me was when we had our first pre-service, like our legit first service ever. and we did it at a hotel, and we're all excited, and we're kind of like hanging out in the lobby to see if anyone comes, and we literally have no idea if anyone is gonna show up, and we see this lady with the Bible, and we're like, oh yes, we got someone, like there's at least one lady. And I go back and I tell Andrew, I'm like, hey, there's one lady, she's got her Bible, she's ready to go. And turns out she was literally just someone staying at the hotel. She did not come to the service. So that was pretty memorable for me, but to see all the people that did come for that first service when we really didn't know, man, was it worth it? Did we come out here? Are people gonna show up? And just on that very first service in that hotel lobby, it was awesome to see just tons of families came and people needed us, and just to see where we're at now, that was so memorable for me.
I think it's very evident that we have outgrown our building, and while we are very thankful to have had a place to worship the last few years, having a building of our own is just going to be that much better. We know that the church is not just the place, it's God's people. We know that the church is the people, but the church building is a tool that we can use to reach more people in Baldwin County. So I think that will greatly help us in our ministry, being able to see people saved, preach to them, see them discipled, and just minister to them better.
Faith Forward enables a clear message that God loves everyone and that He wants all people to be saved.
Faith Forward to me means what the Bible teaches, that we walk by faith and not by sight. And I have a favorite coffee mug that says, don't look back, you're not going that way. And I believe Faith Forward is going to be an opportunity for Shorelight Baptist Church to reach this community, especially Baldwin County and the surrounding areas, with the gospel message of Jesus Christ.
Faith Forward describes how I want to live. My faith in God, it's what leads me. It gives me the hope for my future. And I believe that this campaign is about trusting God and moving forward and doing what we believe is the next steps that He has for us.
I think it's one thing to say that you believe in something, it's one thing to say that you have faith, but it's another thing to put your money where your mouth is and actually act on that faith. And I think that God, He wants us to do that. He doesn't want us to just sit on the sidelines and say, oh, I believe God can do this, I believe God can build this church, but He wants us to put it into action and actually do something about it.
I think our way of contributing to this project will be both obviously monetarily, but also using our skills and volunteering and just helping the project move forward.
Yeah, I think God asks us to obviously pray about it. Everyone can pray about it, no matter how much you can give. But I do think that it's important to use your talents. So if you're asked to serve in this area or help or be on this team, I think that's very important as well. So we can all use our spiritual gifts.
The way that I feel like I can be involved is, first of all, by being present and being faithful to the ministry here at Shorelight Baptist Church. But also, I already feel that God is pulling the strings in my heart to really give financially. I think that we all have the ability to be faithful. Some of us maybe have more resources than the others, but I really believe that God's calling me to give sacrificially.
I think that if we all are making sacrifices in whichever area of your life that is, in time, finances, whatever giving that we give, this right here becomes more of a belonging to you as well, that God has given us this place, and that as I give to it, I'm never going to outgive God. So God will continue to give to us. He's going to bless us. And so you want to be a part of this. You want to join in, and you want to have, hey, I want to take my part and do my part to help out Shorelight Baptist Church as we continue to grow, so that God can use us here on the Eastern Shore to make an impact for Him.
Our kids already have a little change bucket that they're saving for God's house. They know that every time they put money in there, every time they put even a quarter in there, it's just teaching them to obey the Lord. I think it's not just a recommendation to keep the church running. It's actually a command for us to be the hands and feet of Jesus, and we can't do that if we're not giving financially as well as our service and time. So that's what we plan on doing, and we plan on being here every time the doors are open to serve in whatever way is possible, and whether that's knocking a wall down in demo or if that's giving a lump sum of cash to keep the project going.
I think we can all pray for this project. I know that not everyone may have the same budget or a lifestyle maybe where they can give the same amount of money, but we can all definitely pray for it. What else was the question? Sorry. I feel like I already touched on that, but yeah, okay. Pray, pray, pray. What else is there to say?
I don't really have much to add to that.
Don't use us on that.
Sorry.
Don't use us on that one. Just pray. Just pray. Period.
Again, this isn't about a building. It's about lives. It's about families. It's about what God has done, is doing, and what He wants to do next. The idea of Faith Forward is not just a one-time thing or even a 2-year commitment, but it's a journey for our church. Here's what I want you to hear clearly tonight. Faith Forward isn't about equal giving, it's about equal faith. For some, this may be the step of beginning to give regularly for the first time in your life. For others, it's strengthening the habit of generosity. And for some, God may be prompting a significant sacrificial gift. Our role isn't to compare. Our role is to pray, listen, and then obey. We have seen that God is already blessing and directing this project. We've seen His hand in every step, and we're trusting Him for what's ahead. So tonight, as we come to this Faith Forward moment, here's my encouragement to you. Celebrate the work God is doing in and through our church. Prayerfully consider the part He wants you and your family to play. And walk forward with us in faith and unity. Hey, thank you for loving this church. Thank you for praying. Thank you for believing that God has more work still to do. This is our church. This is our moment. And together by faith, we're moving forward.